What's up, Sassbrillas? It's your girl Sassy J, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, guys. It is time for another Love Island review. But before I get into the video, I'm going to ask you guys to give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Guys, I'm not going to lie. I am sad. I feel very... I feel so sorry for Helena. And the reason why I feel so sorry for Helena is because I just feel like, you know, when you fall in for somebody, right? You fall in for somebody. Because remember, Helena was trying to get over Harry. When Harry saw that Harrison was getting into Helena's heart a little bit, when he realized Helena was paying a lot of attention to Harrison, he came back and he started to manipulate her, and he started to say all these things that we now know that was not real, right? And he influenced her decision because obviously she wanted to be with him. He's the one that she has feelings for, right? So of course, when the person that you want to be with comes and tells you all the things you want to hear, you automatically forget about everybody else. She could have potentially had something with Harrison. Whether it would have gone the same way Harrison's journey went when he went to Castro Moore, we don't know. We do know that he felt something stronger for Helena than he did for Tony. So maybe it would have been a different scenario. Maybe not. We will never know. But to know that Harry did this to Helena, first and foremost, he did what he did to Shakira, right? And then he went to Helena, and all this time you spend with Helena, and now you're going to say that, you know, what you feel is just a friendship thing. And for Helena, I just can't get it. I honestly it just opens your eyes more and more, because don't get me wrong, I know there can be some people out there, and I'm not saying men. I'm not even going to say there's some men out there, because there's some women out there like that as well. So I'm going to say people. To know that there are some people out there that will use you, manipulate you, and break you, bring you down to nothing just because of their own selfish needs. It angers me, okay? It really does. It angers me, because at the end of the day, he could have allowed this girl to move on with her life weeks ago. Weeks ago. But no, he decided that he was going to come and he was going to tell her all these things. He's told her all these things, saying all these sweet nothing in this girl's ears for weeks. For friggin' weeks. Knowing in his heart, and I don't buy that bullshit for a second when he talk about, oh, it was just these two conversations that made these feelings come to light. No, you've been feeling those things for weeks. You knew how you felt about Shakira for weeks. And for me, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling any remorse for Harry, right? And I'm not feeling it because at the end of the day, he knew what he wanted. He knew what he wanted. And he's gonna basically say that, oh, you know, people was telling him that he looked good with Helena and how she's a good girl. Yes, if somebody is a good girl, if somebody say you look good with somebody, it does not mean that you have to be with that person. Do you have any balls whatsoever? And this is why it angers me, because at the end of the day, if all of a sudden you can make this decision to, after you've hurt somebody, you've misled somebody, you've deceived these girls, and then now you have the audacity to suddenly have the balls to now say, oh, you know, this is what I want. And I was trying to get what I feel about you with Helena. I've been trying for weeks. You could have said this to the girl weeks ago. Better, you could have even left her, stayed with Shakira, left the girl alone. Leave the fudging girl alone. You could have done this ages ago, but instead you choose to play with the girl emotions because you know how she feels about you. And this is the kind of bullshit that me I tell you, Mr. God, whatever you do not send me a Harry. Because if you send me a Harry, I know say prison nah miss me. Oh, you nah miss me. I'm not lie. And by the way, I want everybody we say Shakira now go back to Harry for come to the front. Come here talk to you. Come. You come up at the front with me. Come up at the front with me. Because, listen, Shakira go right back there. Shakira is going right back there. Here she said everything in her wants him. Everything in her wants to be with him. Right? The problem is, and I get the place where Shakira is in at the moment because her heart wants him, but her head's saying he's no good. Right? But you know the heart always wins. It always wins. Even if it just wins to teach us a lesson, it always wins. So Shakira is going right back to Harry. Right back to Harry. And you know what? Maybe Harry would treat Shakira better. And maybe he won't. Because maybe it could just be a case of, I want what I don't have. Or I can't have. Because Connor asked him this. And his answer was, I don't know. His answer was, hey dog. Sure. You guys can hear that? I don't know if it's that dog or fox. I think it's foxes, you know. Sure. Shouldn't go out there go beat them up too, you know. Me, you're mad. But anyways, Connor asked him and said to him, is this a case of you wanting what you can't have? And he said, I don't know. If you wanted Shakira all that time and somebody asked you this question, there should have been a better answer than I don't know. Do you see what I'm saying? I know he went on to saying how, you know, what he feels for Shakira is more kind of relationship based. But how can I go back to somebody who did that to me? How can I trust somebody who I watched pretend to be in love with somebody or in likes with somebody or to pretend to have such strong feelings, undeniable feelings, he said, for somebody else and string that person on for weeks to now come and say to me that that was just a friendship thing and he was trying? How can I trust somebody like that? How? How do you trust somebody like that? Because if you can do that to one person, surely you can do that to me. What's to stop you from doing that to me? And I think that's what Shakira is battling with. You know what I'm saying? She's thinking, I can't trust him. Because how can you do that? But at the same time, she wants him. Do you know what I'm saying? And you know what? I was hoping that one person with sense would try to talk some sense into Shakira. But it seems nobody's willing to do so. Because Tony is saying to Harry, well, if you want Shakira and you know what you want, you have to go for it. But at the same time, it's not going to be easy. And you might have to work for it. Now, it could work out that, you know, Harry just made a big mess because he couldn't be man enough to do the right thing weeks ago. And it could just be that he truly, truly, truly does have some strong feelings for Shakira and maybe could do right by Shakira and might change for Shakira or change for the better of himself. I don't know. But that is a big gamble. It's whether or not Shakira is willing to take that gamble. And everything in me know that she's about to take that gamble. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything in me. And I feel so sick to my stomach for Helena because no matter, and listen, I don't want anyone to come into this comment section and say that she deserves what she got, because you can never, ever, 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 for me personally, I don't care what happened between them girls. I don't care what situation it is, but nobody should rejoice over a heartbreak of somebody and say they deserve that, because that is not right. She doesn't deserve it. None of the girls deserve it. It's hard because it's like, what do you do in that situation if you're Shakira, right? In one hand, you have a guy that, you know, you want to be with. And I feel like for the first time, she probably is going to get what she wants in a villa, right? Because she hasn't really had the best ride in the villa. She has basically not really had a proper experience in the villa with anyone, because after Harry, she didn't really found anyone for her. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like you're finally getting the person that makes you happy. Do you know what I'm saying? The person you want to be with. But then this person now come with a lot of shit stain. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're dressed in white. So what do? Do you wrap up Do you know what I'm saying? With the shit stain, knowing that you're going to be soiled. And there's a good potential, there's a good possibility that that stain that you might get in your whites will never, ever be able to be removed. Do you know what I'm saying? Or do you say, you know what, I can't trust it, and I'm going to go my separate ways? That's the situation. But realistically, like I said, the heart always wins. Even if it's just to teach us a lesson, the heart always wins. So we know where this is going to go. We really do know where this is going to go. Honestly, if I was Helena at this moment, I'd leave. I feel like Love Island is just not good for anyone's mental health. Because for a moment there, I thought Shakira was going to completely have a breakdown. And then now, I feel like Helena might end up having a breakdown. And we don't want another Sophie situation or another Mike situation. Do you see what I'm saying? And I feel like the fact that Love Island brought this recoupling right after all this happened, knowing what's going to happen in this recoupling, is almost like to further break Helena. The same way they spin the whole thing to almost put Shakira in a place where she was even so vulnerable, and she was, you know what I'm saying, touch and go. You know, like she was basically gonna break down in the villa. I feel like Love Island really does not think about people's mental health in this thing. And I know we find it entertaining. A lot of things that happen we find entertaining. But I think when you see episodes like this, it really brings everything home. Do you see what I'm saying? It just really brings everything home, because what the actual fudge? What the actual fudge? Do you know what I'm saying? And then he stood there boldly, and I feel like, you know, even Harry's speech for Shakira, it would be a good speech for Shakira, because it might be the clarity that she needs for him to be able to say and be decisive in what he wants. But I feel like even that speech did not even take into consideration the fact that you were with Helena for so many weeks. You've wasted her time for so many weeks. Do you know what I'm saying? You basically blocked her from finding the person for her for so many weeks. And then you stand in front of her knowing you're going to choose somebody else, which is fine, because we don't expect him to choose Helena if he doesn't want Helena. But I feel like, for crying out loud, man, choose your words. There's a time and a place for everything, but choose your words. Be sensitive. Do you see what I'm saying? Because even in the situation where she told him, I don't want to be friends with you, and I don't feel like we can ever be friends here or on the outside, when she saw that he started to cry because of the feelings that she has for him and the emotions that she has for him, automatically that took priority. Do you see what I'm saying? Over her own feelings and her own pain, she prioritized his feelings to hug him. Do you see what I'm saying? And to make sure that he was okay. And I know people will say, you might be stupid, Helena, why would you do this? Why would you do that? That's what you do when you've fallen in love with somebody. That's what you do when your heart and everything has been poured into somebody. That person becomes priority. You put that person's feelings above your own. And that's what she did. And it really hurts to watch that. Do you see what I'm saying? She doesn't deserve it. She doesn't deserve it. And I don't want anyone to say, we can say whatever we want to say in the comments, but I feel like for anyone to say, well, you know, she deserved this because she did this, da, 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 da. No, they all went in there to find love. She didn't deserve anyone wasting her time for weeks and stopped her from finding somebody. And then at the end, to break her heart, she didn't deserve it. Do you know what I'm saying? She did not deserve it. And I know some people will say, you know what? At the end of the day, he did this to Shakira. Him and Shakira was coupled up for a week, right? And he played with Shakira's feelings. He did. He really did play with her feelings, because Shakira obviously really does have feelings for him. Do you know what I'm saying? And he was wrong for that then, and he's still wrong for it now. And the next thing I'm worried about is, like, I don't know if he's still trying to play with Shakira's feelings, because I don't know if he's feeling all these emotions, because, you know, sometimes when we feel like we can't get what we want it even more. But what I don't want him to do is to play with Shakira's feelings, especially if she was to now give him a second chance after everything. I hope, because I know she's going to give him a second chance, but I really hope that he doesn't muck her about, because at the end of the day, She would not deserve that. She does not deserve that. Shakira going back to Harry right now is going against everything she believes in. Everything. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's like, I just really hope that if Shakira gives him the chance, which I know she will, Harry does not muck this up. Do you know what I'm saying? He does not F this up. Because none of these girls deserve that. None. And Harry has a way of just fudging things up and not caring about anybody else but himself. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I honestly wish I could hug Helena tonight. I really do. And if I was Helena, I'd leave. I would leave. I would leave. If I was Helena, I would leave. I'm so sorry. I really hope that Harry does not get to win Love Island. You guys know Harry's been one of my favorite people. He's been in there, even when I know that he's mucked around Helena and all these things. He's always been one of my favorite person because I always feel like, you know what, he's funny. But I cannot respect somebody who would lie and deceive somebody for so long. Do you see what I'm saying? And then even when he's sitting there, he's still trying to manipulate her. Because when she said to him, why did you tell Connor that we were just friends and his friendship vibes? He said he didn't say that. He said that they just flirted. That's not what he said. So even in that moment, and then he's going to say to her when she said to him, you know, I don't understand what you want, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, you basically cracking on. And he said, oh, well, you know, you said that we were done 12 hours ago. Don't try to gaslight me. Because that's what he's doing. As if she was the one that says it's done. So at the end of the day, he's accepting it. When deep down in your heart, you know that you don't want her. Do you know what I'm saying? You know that you were never going to try and pursue her after movie night. After the grafties, I should say. So at the end of the day, don't patronize me. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie. I've never turned so quickly from somebody like I did Harry. And that is because I could not believe how you can deceive somebody for so long. How can you deceive somebody for so long? But anyways, let's move on a little bit. So I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Yasmin pulling Blue, I took my pen out and I said, what the F, Yasmin? And then when I realized when she was saying to him that, you know, she wants to call things off and she's pining basically because what she has with Jamie is what she wants to stay with, I was just like, atta girl. Because for a minute there, I thought Yasmin was, you know, losing her freaking mind. I'm like, girl, have you not seen Jamie? Honey, have you not seen Jamie? Don't mess around and find out now, girl. I was just like, So I was really like pleased with that result. I'm so happy that she made that decision and nip it in the bud, because when I saw her pulling Blue, I was like, not a freaking again, right in front of Jamie. Even Jamie rolled his eyes to heaven. I think Jamie was like, you know what, I'm done with this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw her pulling, I'm just like, you know what is wrong with Yasmin? But then the girl did not disappoint me. She told him, listen, I'm not gonna continue with this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of her for that. And I could see how happy Jamie was and how that changed his whole mood when he found out that, you know, she was pieing off Blue. And it's like tonight was the night that Blue was meant to be served pies, because right after Yasmin pied his ass, Angel pied his ass. You know what I'm saying? I thought maybe for a minute there Angel was gonna try and make her move, but Angel said, nah, you know, I'm just feeling friendship right now. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to think it's time for me to abort ship. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you have to weigh up what you feel. And it's not worth like messing about with somebody that you don't see any potential with and just chuck away what you have. So at the end of the day, they made the right decision. I'm particularly glad about the whole thing with Yasmin, because I was just like, girl, don't mess it about. Do not, you and Jamie's come too far for you to mess this about. I'm not going to lie to you. So I was really happy with that. I'm going to be honest here. I'm proud of Tony tonight. I'm proud of Tony tonight because I feel like Tony did a very, you know, mature thing by pulling Meg. She pulled Meg and she said, you know, at the end of the day, we're all friends here. basically I haven't spoken to since the grafties. We're all friends here. We know we're all friends. The issue's never been the girls, it's been the boys. And I just want us all to enjoy our last week and just, you know, I'm not gonna lie, that I think that was so mature. And the way she said, you know what, let's get all the girls over, and all the girls made up. And for the first time I thought to myself, yes, I'm about to get my wish, because that's what I asked for. I wanted unity amongst the girls. But when I saw Meg going into the changing room and she's talking to Angel, she's like, well, I wasn't gonna pull them because I didn't do anything wrong, and da. And then Megan said to her, like, just leave it. Just leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? And then Angel, oh, did you hear her? Leave that alone, leave that alone. And Meg is like, well, if it was her, if they were talking shit about her, she wouldn't be feeling that. See, this is why Meg will always be in problems. Because it took so much maturity for Tony to come over and apologize and also try to make amends, and then you with your freaking fake ass self is gonna laugh and all this and then go into the changing room minutes after and try and slag the girl off and slag the whole situation off, and then Angel basically instigating, you know what I'm saying, instigating as if she also wants to turn Meg against Megan. I'm just like, you see what I'm saying? Like, come on. She literally just, I wouldn't even say an olive branch, because so a massive, where call it? Coconut branch is set the blouse and skirt where Tony extend. A mango branch to backside to you. And then you just go and, do you know what? Meg just need to, you know what? I don't want to slaughter her in the comments, go ahead, because I don't have nothing to say about Meg. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just like, it took so much, and realistically, it's like, you don't want no peace? Is that what it is? You don't want no peace. I understand that she might still be upset about the stuff that was said. And she did even say that she wasn't really that upset of Tony. It's more of Shakira, right? But Tony was the one that extended the olive branch, right? So why is this such an issue? Like, for me, if you're not going to accept it, say it there and then. Say it there and then. Don't go walking off. Don't act like we're good and then you walk off and you do all of that. That's just bullshit. And I'm just like, this girl, she will never learn. This girl will never learn. She not a damn sense. But anyway, she's just a lost cause to me at this moment. So I'm not even going to dwell on her. This is our final week, I believe, guys, right? Yeah, because I think it ends on Monday, the 4th, right? It's our final week. And as we can see, tomorrow they start to meet the family. What I've heard, and I don't know how true it is, I heard that Tony's mom was reviewing the series and she wasn't happy with Harrison. So I don't know if that is true, first of all. And secondly, I feel like if it is true, she would probably bring it up to Tony tomorrow. Also, I feel like she will like Cash, because what's not to like with Cash? Cash is just such a gentleman. But I feel like to be honest, I don't think any parent would be happy with the whole situation with Harrison and Tony. But I said it before, the heart wants what the heart wants. And the heart always wins, regardless. Even if it's just to teach us a lesson that we should sometimes listen to our heads, the heart always wins, right? So I'm looking forward to watching the parents and stuff to see what they think of everything that's gone on. And I feel like I want those girls to just have a bit of home, you know? I want them to feel that support from their loved ones. Shakira as well. I want her to, because she's had a rough time in there, just to have somebody like from home, you know, a family member, a best friend, it hits differently. Do you know what I'm saying? When you're going through a hard time, it hits differently and it put things into perspective for you. So I feel like she needs that. Helena, she needs this more than ever. She needs this now more than ever. And I just, you know, I'm excited for this. You know, I'm excited for them to see their friends and family, because I feel like they need the support. They really do need the support. So, you know, it is what it is, guys. We can't always win. I really hope, you know, that Helena is able to pull through this, and I wish her peace. Do you know what I mean? I wish her peace, because, you know, you could tell her heart is broken. The girl's heart is broken. It really is. And it's just, yeah, yeah, it's not nice, and she doesn't deserve it. She really doesn't deserve it. Harry doesn't deserve her, and he doesn't deserve Shakira. 100% does not deserve Shakira. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyways, guys, I am gonna wrap this video up because I'm not gonna lie, I really hated watching tonight's episode. I really did. Honestly, and there was a time that I thought to myself, I just don't know if I want to watch it, to be honest with you. Yeah, I just don't know. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you got to this part in the video and you haven't yet thumbs up the video, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, welcome and subscribe. Comment down below, let me know what you think about this whole thing. What do you think Shakira will do? She'll go back. I know that for a fact. I'm telling a long time. But I'm not gonna lie. For last night, was it last night on Friday night? I thought to myself, nah, Shakira might not go back. Actually, maybe I was wrong. She probably won't go back. But then I saw tonight's episode and I was like, nope, I did right to rotted. She'll go right back there. But anyways, guys, loving you and leaving you, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's review. But for now, keep it sassy, vicious.